Hello guys and welcome back to some War in the East. Now, as you can see, our whole entire front is covered in mud. So again, nothing too much is going to be happening this turn, except there does seem to be the one attack that's happened. Jeez, look at that in great detail later. And also looks like we've blown up something. There we go. First Partisan attack on our railway line. Unfortunately, it's not too far back, so yeah, it won't affect the gems too much, but it's something. Anyway, moving on. Also, my railway cap is at 0. I'm 90% sure it's something to do with all the troops that I have on the rails. So I'm gonna have to move them about a bit, or get them off the train. So I'll get you guys off the trains. And just so that you sit in reserve. So I'm just going to do that. Yeah, you guys can definitely sit and train up. Also, I think I mentioned this before, but you need to be 10 hexes behind the front if you want your unit experience to go up. Morale experience, yeah. So as you can see, these guys are all pathetic. All the Germans are green. The Romanians are actually not that experienced. They're roughly the same level as us. But if yeah, but the ones that have been fighting quite a bit actually alright. It's the ones at the back that need more time. Let's just go back to morale, because I think that's the most critical thing. Also, now I've made this VVS space, airbase. Now, one thing I've learned is that it consumes way too many trucks. Transport costs, vehicles needed. So it's 350 roundabout, and that's way too much trucks compared to what I have. I mean, right now I've got roughly double, but when my army actually reaches proper sizes, instead of being 4.8 million, which is an increase, but it needs to be approaching roughly 5 million by 1942. You're going to start running out of trucks, especially tank brigades. I'm pretty sure I went through this a few episodes ago, maybe last episode. See, that's like 300 vehicles, and I think even air bases with, does it change? Yeah, and as soon as you put planes in them, they consume even more. So while you may have been a good idea, I have plenty of air bases already. I don't need you, so I'm just going to disband you. So you get disbanded. Now, also, continuing on, troops at the far back, and then come to the fronts. Sorry. Excuse me, still got a bit of a cold. Okay, all the naval brigades are going to head down here, because I think the Crimea is just an appropriate place for them. Thinking there's nowhere that really needs reinforcements except, oh, I've got to check where he attacked us here. Yeah, I did 2 and we had a 1, so just move you back. Got some airborne brigades, even more tanks. We've got lots of tank brigades. Too bad they're not too good. There. Now you're the army that has no one in it. Yeah. What are you? The 22nd. 22nd. And the 22nd. Off. You can move actually pretty far. Let's move you down there. Let's try and increase the defense a little bit and move you there. There you go. The pockets, I'm just going to leave them. There's no way I'm going to break them out. Hopefully they can hold on to winter, but I don't know. Rail stuff. I'm gonna keep some just on the rails because they'll be good. Because they're the only way we're going to beat the Germans if in terms of mobility. Because the Panzers can just like crush us, well, run away from us and crush us at the same time. but since it's mud, there should be no harm, and you guys can get off. Kursk, I probably should keep because they're too far away from the front. Kharkov, no. You're just doing nothing, so you may move up somewhere. If I switch to... Nope, that's a war on the east thing. Ooh, and the 59th Army's here as well. Are you attached to anyone? Stavka, no. It's this Black Army. The 13th. That's attached to the Western Front, and it costs like, so much admin to move. Where's the Western Front again? Okay, the Western Front's over here. If I ain't supplying everyone, I'm gonna move you to Kaluga. In fact, I probably should sort out my fronts. Like, where is everyone? So the 31st is part of the... is actually attached to Stavka, not even the army. Oh, and we got the Kalin front finally, so actually I'll send you that to him. So we got a new fronts as well. You're not supplying your troops, unfortunately. Just move you there. Or there. That's the best. The Kalin front is over here. Yeah. I'll move you to Kalin, which is there. So move you to Kalin. Is there any more? Northwestern Leningrad front, which is actually, yeah, which is gone, unfortunately. More air bases. Actually, let me finish cutting these guys off. Oh, there's actually a strong army there. When I mean army, I mean 2 divisions, but it's something. Let's just cut off that. Damn, these rough brigades have no zone of control. You're a brigade, so yeah, they have to manually walk in. Let's try and trap him. Yeah, if we could destroy a Finnish division, that would be pretty impressive. It'd be a great loss to Finns, and I can't move these unfortunately because I don't have any rail capacity, but I can put you on refit so you can spend a turn refitting in the Urals. Oh, you're ready. Oh, well, go back to refit. Oh, and I just need to check that I am... all my stuff. Units. Max to E, 100. There we go. So I'll fix the new depleted units. That's that. So you're part of the Western Front. I forgot. Where would I move you? They could be of use. So Western Front's there. So move you over here. You can pick up some of the Bryansk troops. Which means I should round more troops over to Bryansk if, or more rifle. The naval brigades though are going to be sent down to Crimea. One day I may mount a naval invasion. Especially it'd be a handful to go around Odessa. Because it's really hard to assault. There's only limited areas of attack compared to other cities, and it can be reinforced by the sea. But anyway, troops need to move up. Ooh, this is not a rifle brigade. Oh jeez. Okay, so the naval brigade goes down here. Just gonna move you all because I'm too lazy. No, but you won't move because it's mud. So just okay. But you're not gonna get off. Okay. Okay, the cavalry, I actually probably want to actually keep in reserve for cavalry brigade, cavalry corps, which I can get in December. You over here, off, and they're really good, really good. Let's since you, if he ever comes here, this is gonna be the front line, so I'll get him off. So, as well as you. Once we get the shock army, these troops should actually be pretty good. Yeah. And be useful for that. Another cavalry. Let's get the cav over here. There's another cavalry just somewhere hanging out that I've missed. No, we don't want divisions, but I'll move them in here. Cavalry division. Yeah, no. There. Rifle brigades, which are useless now. Well, I mean, they're not useless because they can be used to form. They can be used to form rifle corps with 2 other divisions, rifle divisions, which does actually make them useful. So instead of having 3 rifle divisions, you only need 2, and you have a 3rd, and just a rifle brigade, and they can form a rifle division, which is good. Saves the admin points in making another rifle division if you didn't already have 3. But now they're useless. Right now they're useless. I'm gonna send you to Tula, sorry. Get off. You down here. Okay, so excuse me. 13th Army. Is that the closest? Please tell me it's the closest. Yeah, so I'm gonna sign. Press G. 13th, 13th, and 13th. Let's move you up. Let's move you over there. 13th should also be the closest for these guys. Yep. So they're gonna have. They're probably gonna have 9 divisions by the end of this, which is actually a pretty strong army. Oh, it's stronger than having nothing. The rifle brigade annoys me. In fact, I'm going to just send it over here so you can defend that town. Let's bring in reinforcements. Oh, it's another rifle brigade. No, you're going to this town as well. Another rifle brigade, they can go there. These guys can get off the train. Wait. I'm actually gonna move these troops up here because they're not needed at Kursk anyway. So instead of what, they'll have 8 divisions, which is still pretty good. Yep. And that's that. Let's manually get off the train. So that's most of them. I'll keep that HQ on rails just in case it's needed somewhere else. Let me just check. I don't want to waste. Okay, rail cap. Because it does hurt me. Because now I can't move any of my troops that I have this turn to the front. Which is very bad. You also need a refit, sorry. They really should just be automatically on refit because there's no way that you're going to chuck the division into combat with nothing in it. Like if it's depleted, it should just automatically go to refit. Not just wait for you to click on it. Okay. If it's again, I mean, look, you're not going to use this tank brigade. It's got 910 men and 15 artillery pieces. You're not going to use it like in actual combat. So it should be. Oh, I actually didn't move this tank brigade. This is moving over here. There we go. Got everyone. So yeah. Anyway, rant off. Let's just get everyone off a train. Off. Keep the guys at Kursk on because they're not near anything. But that's that. So that's all the train movements. Let's actually have a quick look at the event log. So it's all mud, good. Lots of divisions isolated, but that was going to be happening anyway. The 33rd Army Commander, General Major Dmitry something, initiative rate was increased to 4. Oh, it was, which means it was on 3, which wasn't that good, but now it's on 4, so it's better, getting better. 52nd Army Commander, General Lieutenant Pavlev Batov was dismissed. He wasn't executed, that was interesting. And General Lieutenant Marcus Reiter, which is a German name at least, took command of the 52nd. Oops, I didn't check anything else. More divisions arriving. I'm not sure if the Kalin front arrived today, but nah. And yes. And yeah, as we can see, men getting resupplied but from VVS air bases, which is good. 8 units, Partisan units resupplied from VVS air bases, which is always nice. Moving on. I may check, actually, I forgot to check if I go to air groups. Let's go base. I've got lots of things in reserve, but actually many of them are this way. Yeah, probably should have done that way around. Many of them have, oh, the morale is actually pretty high, except for this one. So I could assign them, but the thing is, there hasn't been any air combat, so except for here. Oh, which reminds me, should retreat my troops a little bit more. So you guys can move there. You guys can move there. Also, yeah, it's a rule, by the way, that divisions, no matter how like encircled or out of supply that they are, I'm pretty sure, 90% sure, they will always move at least 1 hex. So see, these guys, it may not look like it, they could actually move the 1 hex because of all the zone of control, but they can. So remember that, they can always move at least 1 hex. Moving on. Oh, this is the southwestern front. Where's the other fronts? There's Kharkov military district, which is going to get disbanded soon. Got some more troops here. I'm not sure. This may be it. May just keep the Air Force in base because they haven't done anything. Oh no, I won't keep the Air Force. I'll actually use them for something. I'll use them for resupply missions. Select all. So as a maximum lift tonnage of 67 tons, but I doubt we're going to drop all that. Yeah, only 20, yeah, and it was only 65, so only 31 of 65 tons of cargo dropped. Won't drop with those guys because who's most on the threats? I think it's probably these guys. Can I drop it? No, I don't think I can. Kiev should be able to do jobs though. Come on. Oops. Okay. Well, they got 10 spots of cargo. There we go. Select all. Launch. Maximum tonnage of 90 tons. Only half of that got supplied, and no ammo. Which is not good. Does not improve its shooting capability, but anyway. Let's We got plenty of ammo. It's actually just all supplies, so we select all. Actually, no, we will deselect all. Let's launch them. Oh, that was actually pretty good. Didn't read that though. What? Yeah, how much supplies did you do? Oh, they lost 6 bombers and they lost 1 fighter, but it was alright. Actually, no, it's not alright because you don't have anything. Their supply is still low. Jeez. They have plenty of ammo and fuel, but it's just supply. So maybe I should drop some more. When are you going to work again? Come on. There we go. So select all. I dropped more stuff for these guys, I guess. Only 52 tons of supplies. Which is not enough, but anyway. There we go, lose your air force or something. It wasn't bombing troops, but they're not going to attack us soon anyway. And plus, if I do, the German air force would just shoot us down and we won't achieve anything. But, dropping supplies was something that's pretty useful and can help us. And next turn I'll move around the air forces, air squadrons and air groups. Hopefully next time we actually have some rail caps so we can move something, but other than that, and moving these troops down, that's going to be it, because there has been no attacks on the front line. Nope, and everything else is as it was. Get off train. Actually, there's a new HQ. No, it's currently near command. Okay, moving on to... So OOB, 4.8 million versus 3.4 million. Germans, 600,000. Romanians, 450,000. Hungarians, 200,000 Italians, 300,000 Finnish, and 40,000 Slovakians. Losses. We lost, wow, amazing. Is that 50,000 men lost this turn from something? I don't know what. But boy, that was a lot of men lost. I get the tanks and self-propelled artillery and stuff and guns because they'll be lost in the mud. But 50,000 men? Jeez. Were they from killed? Disabled. I mean, they must be from the pockets, I'm assuming, because that's a lot of men. We lost 50 planes. Jeez. Mainly level bombers, probably from all the resupplying. But is it worth it? Keep the men fighting for another turn. And yeah, we disbanded that airbase, but that's everything's normal. So moving on to production. Production filter on. Yeah, everything is going good, I think. Getting some Valentines finally. Is there anything we have a big pull of? The U2VS, which I've got a few of. Anyway, it's actually pretty big. We built almost 1,000 of them. We have a lot of these DB3Bs. And if anyone knows which Soviet plane actually has the greatest range, would be useful for me to know as well. Because that will help with the partisan resupply missions. Yeah. We have like additionally no tanks. Wow. We have 6 KV-1s. We have 350 built. I'm sure actually we have a capacity of 23, which is nothing. We have 150. We can make 150 tanks, T-34s per week, and we have 9, which is not. We built almost 2,000 of them. Automatic, yeah, nothing special. Vehicle pairs auto. Yep, everything's good. That's all. That's and that's it. Okay. Victory screen. 180 still. Still mod for the next few turns, which is always nice. What are we getting next turn? More rifle divisions. The 7th Mountain Cavalry Division is going to be interesting. And the 1st Shock Army, which is going to be real good. I'm going to have to find some of my best divisions to attach to them and my best commander. And I'll assign some good stuff to it. Also, talking about commanders, I have 308 admin points that I should use for stuff. This is the writer guy. He's actually alright for the Soviets. Also not sure why this rifle division's not at the front line. 54th Army with all its troops in the pocket. Okay. What was I gonna do? What was I gonna do? Maybe I should. Yeah. One thing I can do actually. Where's the Western Front? Yeah, you don't. I don't want you to have supper regiments. I want you to have the construction. You also have 11 separate tank battalions. That's from the staff car, but I think I said staff car to 0. But I think it's the construction brigades, the railroad construction brigades. That's what you should make in the fronts, I'm pretty sure, or armies. I've forgotten now, which is really bad on me. But anyway, these should be moving. What are they doing here? Oh, because there's nothing in them anyway. But they need to move out of Stavka because they're not doing anything. I'm not sure what's the most critical front. No, actually, I should be asking myself, where do I want to attack? And that actually is the northern front, really. So let's have a check with you. Okay, so you have 2 artillery regiments, 1 howitzer regiment, 2 supper regiment, and a supper battalion. Now, I'll give you a tank battalion since we have like so many of them. And what do I want to give you? The regiments. The regiment's bigger than a battalion again. 36 to 12. Yep, with the regiment. And you should always mix it up with mortars. Yeah, not siege mortars though. Mortar battalions are useful as well because there's always different. There's different ranges that you fight at, and having different types of mortars is always good. Actually, you got all the siege mortars, which will be useful to break through any enemy. What am I gonna say? Enemy forts. But you need a sapper regiment, and I'll give you a tech battalion because why not? I'm not gonna really attack towards the Finns too much. This yellow army though, 27th. There's some AA battalions, sapper regiments. I'm gonna give them a mortar regiment. And oh, we also have an anti-tank battery. Is that anti-tank? Where light the tank destroyer? Only 4. Wow, they're not even that good. But anyway, just leave them there. Also, this army. Are you actually good? No, you're not good. Let's assign more of them. Sapper regiment, mortar. Actually, and 2 mortars. That's what I give you. So that should give you something. How are you? Oh, you're alright. Okay. Actually, where's my West Army again? 26th. Which is somewhere. Let me just go and reorganize. Where's the 26th Army? HQ. No, these are HQs, okay. 26 7th 6th, there we go. It's an interesting symbol for them. Okay, you are really bad. You're going away. And I signed Mikhail Kornilev. Anyway, there you go. You got all of them. You actually have a pretty interesting layout. That's what I was gonna say. Actually, I probably also want to go in the fences down here as well. How are you? You're alright. Who's the next worst commander? Actually, I should be doing this for the fronts as well. But anyway. No, so who's the next list commander? 28th Army. This is the 12th. Where's the 28th? Clear filters. Come on. 28th. Which is here. Your commander is pathetic. Wow, you have a political rating of 2. It's just, none of these guys have been chosen. They're pretty good. And they're not that good, but anyway, they're alright. There you go. And also, I should do the same thing for the fronts. Just make sure that there's no idiots commanding anything. So good. I know. Oh, that's not Stavka. Where's Stavka? Stavka. So good. Zhugov here. It only costs 8 to dismiss him for some reason. Oh no, this is high command. There's only a few people that can be here. Timoshenko rings a bell. I forgot what he's done. This Budoni Simon. He's a Civil War commander. I know that. He's a Field Marshal of the Soviet Union. Forgot Voloshilov. He was Voloshilov was the one that commanded. Yeah, it was the pathetic commander that commanded the Winter War, or am I being confused? I may be confused. I may be very confused, but I'm pretty sure that's the same Voloshilov that commanded the Winter War. Timoshenko was alright, I'm pretty sure. I have no idea who that guy is. And Shapolsky Bobos? Interesting. But anyway. Then we have a Gugri Kuj. Yeah, I won't. Sorry, I shouldn't be saying these names if I don't know how to pronounce it. But anyway, we have him. I only know 2 of them. But anyway, why you're also attached to Stavka? You can go to Kalin front. Kalin front, yes. Also, what am I can also. Oops, I didn't mean to move both. But anyway, now you have. If I go clear filters, Stavka, and then just go none. There's not air bases, HQs. You're here somewhere. Force? No, you're over here. That's why. So the 24th, you should be attached to someone. Again, the Kalin front. Good. Kalin front's actually going to have troops now, so which is nice. I hate having empty fronts. Kalin, the 57th, which has no one in it, so that's okay. The 30th though, again, can also go to the Kalin fronts. They also need some troops, mortar, and they also need some artillery regiments. Let's say a gun regiment. The heavy artillery is actually pretty good, and howitzers. So I'll give you them. You can be attached to Kalin. And the 54th, which has no one in it. You can have a tank battalion, another tank battalion, mortar, howitzer, and I forgot it, and a separate regiment. That's gonna be pretty good. You are attached to, also going to attach to Kalin fronts, even though it's starting to get pretty big now. And we'll leave it like that. Kalin. Yeah, there are 5 armies, yeah. That's pretty good. So in the front command, oh, I don't even know who this guy is. So the North Caucasus, apparently our best leader is in the North Caucasus doing nothing, which is interesting. Ivan Kopev, and he cost a lot of admin remove, a lot. We have 2 marshals that we can bring up, and they don't cost anything. But I'm pretty sure these stats aren't good. Actually, the best one we have is Ivan, Bagramyan. He's actually pretty good. And same with Nikolai Valtutin. He's pretty good as well. There's Timoshenko. He's in command of the Western Front. He's actually got a lot of defeats. Yeah, let's need to look through. Boris Shopshinkov got actually. He's had a huge amount of defeats, and same with the Mikhail Kipros. Even though he's actually alright, he's still alright with infantry. His 6 is alright. It's better than most of them, except for these guys, the 7s. Let's all just leave it there. There you go. Use most of our admin points moving stuff around. Look at that. Had a look at that, and okay, I think that's going to be it for this turn. Thank you guys for watching. As always, appreciate any tips that you have for me, especially now that I'm moving into the counter-offensive mode, which is going to be interesting. And also, I should discuss my plans. So up in the north, I'm hoping that this will hold, even though I don't think it will. But I'm hoping it will hold until the winter. These pockets are going to fall. I'll probably just have a holding action here, except for right in front of Moscow. I like to take as much land as possible in front of Moscow. Possibly some Minsk area, or just, you know, just to shorten the line and increase the distance between him and Moscow. I don't really have a plan for any of these stuff down here. Even though there's a lot of troops down here, I'll probably just attack just to weaken them. I don't have any plan, especially with the marshes in front of us. Maybe if I could take a bit of the marshes, that would be nice, but yeah. Again, down south, the north bit of the south, mainly the Kharkov forces, probably trying to relieve Kiev. But that's again, and these forces that are holding the kind of like the bridges on the river, Dipner, yeah. And yeah, we're trying to relieve them and also form a new line along the river again for the 1942 summer. And since this is probably his actually weakest area, because they only got Romanians and Italians, so attacking here and it's causing a big mess for him, and trying to pull troops down, pull the Germans down from up here would be nice. And probably my aim would be Odessa, if I can probably get that far. I'm not sure if he probably won't let me attack it, get it, but anyway. So that's my plan. Appreciate any tips on that. I'll go get into greater detail, and I'll start planning for that in the next few turns. I believe the counteroffensive begins in turn 25-ish, which would be good. Yep, that's all I have to say. I'm not sure if I forgot anything. Up, moved the Finnish forces, got the troops out of the pockets, and yeah, I think that's it. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.